I mean, so what I think is they did this interview as an insurance policy to say, if anything happens here today, if anything happens to us, this is who you look to. This is who did it. I just think that it's a shame that Prince Harry and William are not close.
Yeah.
And I think that William chose himself. He chose himself rather than choosing to protect his brother. They choose their own selfish satisfactions over protecting their brother. What's our older brother supposed to do? So yeah, I think
it reminds me a little bit of like, oh no, I'm not gonna say that, it's irrelevant. But
go on, tell me.
Do you think Princess Diana died in an accident?
And I don't think Harry thinks that too.
I know.
I don't think he thinks that. I think now more people don't think so. I don't think they think that. I think they firmly believe the firm.
It's like a cult, isn't it?
It is. The firm is an unknown being.
It might be inappropriate to say, but when you're in the cult, like, I don't know, in Jehovah's Witness, for example, if you will decide to leave, you're left. Your family will leave you. They will choose the god or the cult or whatever you're part of. And it kind of happened to him. Like, he left the institution, royal family, and then everything just stopped. They just erased him.
Yeah, and I also think that not giving Archie the prince title is to erase him from history. And if you think about it, and if you look back at the history of the monarch, this is not the first time they've had a black princess. It's not the first time they had black people.
Yeah, or they had problems
in the family. In the UK monarch, it's not the first time. But where are they? Do you
remember there was in the Crown where they had some cousins who were mentally ill or something,
and they hid them. So they are by the firm not acknowledging Prince Archie as a prince or anything like that. They're erasing him from history and erasing him from the history books, because in 30, 40 years, they won't be able to say Prince Harry had a child and this was, they won't be able to say it. So I think it's very, very interesting. I think also, one thing is, when you talked about how it's so interesting how the tabloids and the newspaper have their Christmas and formal parties at the palace, I think it's so suspicious that they're so intertwined, but yet the media
dependent on each other.
Yeah, they're in bed with each other, definitely. I think it's so interesting that the media seems to be so separate, but yet they're having parties.
I don't read newspapers.
It's hate tabloid. It's crap.
Yeah, it's so bad. And every time I'm queuing somewhere in the shop, I can see the tabloids on my right hand side or somewhere around me, and I just look at the titles. I'm like, oh my god, this is so bad. Why people say, who is still buying it? Like,
that's ridiculous. There's a reason why the price for newspaper hasn't gone up that much, but prices for like a Freddo, for those who live in the UK know what a Freddo is, a chocolate, has gone up. Inflation has flown up, but newspaper like the Sun, the price has always remained relatively low. I think it's like £1 for the Sun, or under £1 or something.
I think 25p,
which is crazy. There's a reason for sure. I think it's meant. And now it makes sense why, it makes sense if the Christmas parties or tabloid parties are happening at the castle. It makes sense why Prince Andrew's issue is not being discussed, because this is the same parties where Jimmy Savile was at. This is the same parties where all these weirdos for the BBC were at. So how are you going to expect them to tell the truth?
And what was interesting, BBC said that they will not air this interview because they have got how did they say it? They will not air this interview because they don't want to lose good communication with
the royal house.
Yeah.
But don't worry, ITV bought it. I want to see how ITV airs it. I'm still going to watch it again tonight on ITV. So in the UK, it's at 9 p.m. on ITV.
Yeah.
I want to see how they're going to air.
Yeah.
Is it 8 p.m.?
8 p.m. And in Poland, it's 8:30. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought it was 9 p.m.
Check. Well, look what's going on. We had MEGXIT, Brexit, and COVID. Oh my God, the UK. If this country is going to survive this,
I don't know. I have no idea, but I am so happy that this interview went ahead.
Yeah, me too.
Everybody thought it might not go ahead because Prince Philip was going to die.
Yes, yeah, I think it's fake. I think they put him in the hospital on purpose.
I think he's already dead, personally.
You think so? And then
have you seen him
die? And then they will say that he had heart attack because of the interview. I'm telling you.
Of course they would. Piers Morgan is waiting to say that. Piers Morgan cannot. The thing is, I think it's so funny.
But I think Piers Morgan was criticizing Meghan. What's his opinion?
Already, of course, because he's so obsessed.
You know, I like Piers Morgan. I like Piers Morgan, and I'm a little bit disappointed by this.
I think he's so obsessed with Meghan. It's so disturbing. Someone did a poster of if you guys have watched You on Netflix.
No. But
have you not watched You? It's so funny. It's about Joe, the stalker. So they put a poster of You, and what they've got is they've got Meghan at the front and Prince Harry not Prince Harry, Piers Morgan at the back like a creep. And it's so funny. Piers Morgan is obsessed with Meghan.
So I don't know what's the deal about that. Well, is he against her? Like, is he against the royal family or no?
No. He loves the royal family.
Really?
Like he hates Meghan. And he said the turning point was the wedding, the royal wedding. Everybody thinks it's because he wasn't. Everybody says it's because he wasn't invited to the royal wedding. That's why. Because he used to say, "Oh, she's such a great friend of mine," blah 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 blah. But she never acknowledged him. She never said they were friends. And I think it's really, really interesting. So, what are your thoughts? What did you get from this whole interview?
I don't want to say because I don't know them and I don't know who's telling the truth. Like allegedly she's telling the truth, allegedly he's telling the truth. So when I was watching this documentary, I'm like, I'm very neutral. She's an actress, and someone said, oh, it was her best performer, blah, blah, blah. And Matti said, she hasn't won any Oscars, so.
I know which one you're on about. The YouTube, we can talk about that after. The YouTube experiment.
What did
you see it?
Oh, no, we'll talk about later. Yeah, so I was very neutral about this. I didn't have my opinion. I was kind of on Meghan's and Harry's side. But on the other hand, I just didn't know what was going on because I was brainwashed. Like I couldn't have my own opinion. I don't feel like I can 100% say that I believe them or them. I don't know. At the moment, I'm on Harry's and Meghan's side, and I feel she was genuine. I didn't find her lying, or I believe her, especially when I know what happened to Diana and Camilla and just the past based on
Fergie. Let's think about Fergie even. Like for me, I think it's very interesting how the women that have entered the royal family, they all get treated a certain way. And I think it says a lot about the media and its perception and its determination to project women as horrible people. It's wrapped up in misogyny. Misogyny is the word. Misogynoir. But it's like, it's a very male type of, it's like women are horrible. And I just think it's very interesting how the women that enter the royal family really get treated so badly before they're accepted. And, you know, I think it's very, very interesting. But yes, about the YouTube experiment, did you not see it? So a group of YouTubers, and this is where this quote comes from, of the woman who said, the interview is the best performance of her life. So there's a group of YouTubers filmed a video 5 days on the 5th of March before the interview was to be launched. And they got some royal correspondences, got them to sign their contracts.
I know. Okay. And they were commenting without even watching them.
Yeah, and they're criticizing the interview without having watched the interview at all.
Yeah.
And they all lied. Royal correspondences. We had a royal correspondence for who's based in Buckingham Palace. We had a royal correspondence for CNN. We had a royal correspondent who has a royal magazine or whatever. Who reads that magazine? I don't know. And they just lied without having watched the interview, like all of us. They lied.
They were talking about their mental health and how bad they felt. This is why they had to leave. There was nothing like personal. They didn't say anything mean about anyone. He just said that he doesn't have contact with his father because he stopped picking up phone from him, and that's sad. And this is what he said, but he didn't say any private things. He didn't even want to say who exactly said about the baby scholar. He said, I'm not going to say that. He could.
And also, he doesn't talk to his brother. Well, that's one thing we found out. He doesn't have a relationship with his brother. And I think it's suspicious. Best friend, isn't it? I think it's really suspicious how Kate and William's big campaign is about mental health.
Yeah.
Huh? You want me to believe you that you care about suicide and mental health, but you don't even check up on your brother and your sister-in-law. I think that's crazy to me. So how is it that their charity and their big campaign the last year or 2 years has been about mental health, anti-bullying online, and anti-racism and all of this? This has been the campaign that Kate and William have been on. And they don't even attack it in their own house. They're not even addressing it with their brother and their sister-in-law. If you can't do it with your family, how are you going to do it for strangers and want us to believe it?
This is why it's all fake to me. It's all fake to me. Like,
it is.
Now everything they do is just not real.
Not genuine at all.
Especially
I won't believe it.
When Meghan said that she was in a really bad mental space night before or same day, when she had to go for an event, and she was looking gorgeous. Like she was looking in the navy glittery dress when she was having a breakdown just few moments before that, and she had to just pretend that everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Yeah. I think that Prince, if they wanted to have Prince Harry stay and Meghan stay, they could help.
It was so easy to me. It was so easy. Yeah,
they could have stayed because they wanted to stay.
Yeah, they wanted to stay. What was the drama about Meghan's father? That was quite a big thing.
Yeah, Meghan's father sold her out. The tabloids bought him, gave him money, and he sold stories on her and her brothers and her sisters and everything. And I think it's so sad. Because she said, I've lost everything. I've lost my father. I've lost the childness. And I was not going to lose myself. I think it was very important. And I think it's
not easy for her to do this interview. But it was very empowering at the same time. I would like to see now Kate Middleton. I would like to see what if BBC now will have like interview.
Of course they are. They're going to do a segment on this interview.
Do you think?
Yeah.
They will react? And they will say, no, it's all lies? Or they say, we really sorry that they feel this way. But the thing is, because they all went through the same hell. Like Queen Elizabeth, when she was the very young queen, she went through this hell. When she was unhappy when Prince Philip was allegedly cheating, and when she was pregnant, she had to travel the world. And then she had to go through this on her own. Then Princess Diana had to go through this hell again. Mm-hmm. And Charles was part of that as well. And he had to go through because this is how it is. And Diana and now Meghan. And they're like, yeah, we had to go through this. You need to deal with this. Like we've been through this hell. Now you need to go through this hell. But
I don't agree with it. I think that there should be systems in place.
Yeah, they should
change and help. Yeah, it gets better.
I think Charles, he has no balls, you know. I think he had great opportunity to change.
Yeah, he did. I just love someone put it
a little bit because he's with Camilla at the end. So
no, he hasn't. He hasn't changed. I mean, he hasn't. He is with his.
How Camilla is accepted? How is she accepted?
She's not. They're trying to. She's not. No, she's not.
Not accepted. Well, she's still there. She hasn't left.
She's still there, but she's not accepted. I mean, the thing is, Charles, for example, I think Charles is the one who brought up the race thing.
I think so. And
everybody thinks so. Or Philip, yeah. I mean, I think that Charles, someone said on Twitter, said Charles is
You don't like Charles, you know?
Nobody does. Someone said on Twitter that Prince Harry is to Meghan what Charles could never be to Princess Diana. And I said, he could not, because he was too busy trying to be Camilla's tampon, which is crazy. So reaction on Twitter, what was the reaction? Because it's not out in the UK, and a lot of people in the UK who've watched it were up till 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning watching it. I'm not one of those people. I waited until in the morning. Everybody watched it on Pirate. But a lot of people on Twitter are like, even Bethany. Do you know Bethany Franco?
No.
She used to be on Real Housewives or something. She criticized the interview before she watched it, and she was like, oh, Crimea River, blah, 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 blah. I mean,
why would you criticize before watching? Like, this is what
I don't know. And then she watched it and she's like, I am so sorry. I empathize with you guys. I feel you. I'm so sorry. And I think this interview showed a human side to Meghan.
Yeah.
That nobody
she never had opportunity to speak up.
Yeah. But everyone, a lot of people, interestingly, a lot of white women are saying that they believe Kate. They believe that Kate was never horrible to Meghan.
So do you think we have division, like it's divided now, that most white people will be on the side of William or like, let's say, royal family, and like people of color would be on the side of Meghan and Harry?
Yes, because a lot of people of color will understand, well, not even the struggle, but will understand what Meghan described.
But I understand that.
Yeah, I think you understand it because you are also a minority in this country.
I don't watch and I don't read this crap.
Also, but also because you are a minority in this country, and you've kind of known how it feels to be the other. You know what I mean? Whether it's in a workplace, you've seen people treat you differently.
And I'm open-minded as well, yeah.
So I think a lot of people of color, or people who have their own heritage and have had to kind of adjust to life here, will understand what it feels like. But I think more so Black people will understand what it feels like, because this is a microaggression. And when people say a microaggression is something that you don't see and something that you don't hear, it's subtle. I think a lot of people of color will understand that, because someone makes you feel stupid by the way in which they behave. So I think a lot of people will be able to relate to that. It's the power to make you feel like your opinion or your thoughts on something do not matter. And I think that, and all of this could have been addressed if people had addressed the issue. All of this could have been avoided if people had just said, no, that's not right. How is it that Parliament can write a letter and says that where Meghan is being treated is representative of colonialism and racism, but people in the royal family can't seem to correlate that? And
crazy.
And all they had to do is, and for example, Prince William wrote a message on Twitter about racism is not right. And someone was like, oh, so you're going to tweet racism is not right, but you can't support your wife, your brother's wife. So, yeah.
And you know what was interesting to me? That is 2021, 2019, bloody 2020, and they had to write handwritten letters for every single thing. It shows how dated this institution is. Before they left, Charles told Harry that he has to write down everything. So he wrote down.
Put it in an email.
Come on, sending letters with pigeons. Like, come on, man.
With a crest.
This is ridiculous.
But overall, I think this has given us a really good insight of, if you compare the two, like the interview with Oprah, and then you watch The Crown, I think you can make up your mind.
Yeah.
Make up your mind.
Do you think this will change something? Do you think it's going to change something? Or the royal family will stay silent?
I think they're going to stay silent. And it's so disappointing, because this is a great opportunity for Kate and William to step out. What they've done is, this interview has given other royals an opportunity to step out and do a formal interview with someone they choose, and do the same format and apologize and really address the nation. If you want to,
they will not apologize. Apologize for what?
They won't. And I think there's going to be a huge decline in how the royal family is seen, perceived, and liked in the UK. Because,
but if the situation like this happened before, like look what happened after Diana's death.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they've never really recovered from Diana's death.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody loved Diana.
And you know what?
Everybody loved Diana.
I follow them on Instagram. Obviously, it's their official accounts. Probably they don't even know what's going on there. They have people who are doing all the social media work for them. But I'm following Camilla in particular.
Yeah.
Especially after the crown, every single post Camilla posted, it was like Diana forever. Diana is the princess. The comments are shocking. Like there is not even one positive comment about Camilla. They were all Diana forever, especially during the crown when it was very hyped. That was whoa. Diana,
I think she was getting,
will never forget.
Yeah, I think she was getting some horrible messages. I think she was getting very, very interesting.
And we will never find out the truth.
I think we're on our way to finding out the truth. Definitely on our way. I really want to see the reaction of everybody. Like, so everybody who sees this, please don't forget to comment and let us know your reaction.
Yeah, are you Team Meghan or are you Team Queen? No, not even. Like, I don't know who the hell is the institution people. Who are they?
Yeah. Are you Team Royal House or are you Team Meghan and Harry? I am Team Meghan and Harry all the way, because I just think that the coincidences in this document, in this interview, and the coincidences in the crown, too close.
Not even crown, just in life, because let's not forget about the interviews Diana did after leaving the royal family. And she predicted the accident. She said, I think she got a letter from someone, I don't know, but for some reason she knew she will die in an accident. And she wrote it. I think it was in one of the letters for I don't know, for her friend. And then she wrote that she feels she will die in an accident. And it's not gonna be an accident. And what happened? She died in an accident. She died in an accident, and they actually didn't do proper investigation about her death. They didn't. And when she was still alive and they were taking her to the hospital, which was few minutes, apparently it took the ambulance over 20 minutes to get there, even though it should take them 2 minutes. It took them half an hour, and then she died. And then they didn't.
But even like Harry said
properly, it's just too many.
Harry said as well, like he said that the paparazzi that were there, the paparazzi at the scene, instead of taking photos of her while she was dying and she was still alive, instead of taking photos of her, they could have saved her, they could have helped. She could be, and he was like, maybe those extra minutes, if they just put their camera down and helped her, she might still be here. And
look how many people died because of that. Like there was an what's her name, the lady from Love Island, Caroline Flack.
Caroline, yeah. She died because of
problem. And there were like different like influencers who died because they couldn't cope with the amount of fake news.
I think it takes a strong type of person to really be
out there.
Yeah, to put yourself out there for constant criticism and constant
lies. It's not even about criticism, because you know we are ready for people are ready, but just telling things that never happen. Oh, it's just, and I can't believe it's not even regulated by law. That people don't.
I think the law has to change and protect people more. I think one thing I've learned about this documentary this interview is that sorry, feels like a documentary because
I know.
I mean, one thing I've learned from it is that the news, just because you pretend to be the news, doesn't mean you have the permission to print anything. You know, and when I realized that they print lies as well and disguise it as news, that should be illegal.
Yeah,
it's not right. It's not right at all. And
the amount of fake news we have these days, like no wonder people are making their own assumptions about everything and believing in fake news, because we don't even know what's fake, what's not fake.
And what's real? Yeah, we don't. But I think if you're gonna go after someone, based on assumption or a lie, if you're gonna lie about Kate, about Meghan making Kate cry, why don't we tell the truth about Prince Andrew, where there's evidence, actual evidence? There are photos, there are videos, there's court documents.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my thought on that one. I'm gonna watch it again though, because I want to see everyone's reaction.
I'm exhausted, I'm exhausted after watching this. It was
really
emotional a little bit. Yeah.
Would you? I mean, you're getting married to Matty, but if you had to do it again, would you then marry into the royal family ever again? I mean, ever?
No, I would never. I would. Knowing what I know, seeing what I saw, I would know. I would just be broke. No, I'm broken happy, And I think Meghan wouldn't do it either.
Yeah, I think if it wasn't for
she would maybe prepare. I don't know. I
think if it wasn't for the love.
Yeah, but they all divorced. They all divorced. So I'm actually surprised that William and Kate are still together. But they were some
divorce.
Yeah, because
they won't be able to divorce. They won't be able to divorce William and Kate. They won't be able to divorce because he's going to be the next king. But I also think that Kate has never had a life apart from the one that she has with William.
I don't know.
So but she really hasn't. I mean, if we were to look at Kate's CV, what would Kate's CV say?
Yeah, actually, they met very young.
They met at university. He dumped her. She took on an internship at what's the fashion house? There's a fashion house that nobody even buys anything from. She did an internship there for 6 months. Then they got back together, and that's it. And then the rest is whatever it is that she's doing now, So if they were, I don't think they would ever divorce. I don't think she'd ever leave him. I think she's more like, she didn't leave him when there were rumors that he had an affair. Did you know about this?
I knew, yeah. Not once, not twice. Yeah.
That he's had an affair with one of her good friends.
Oh, friends.
Yeah, a good friend of theirs.
And maybe that's fake news too,
Maybe that's fake news too, but maybe that is not, because it wasn't really widely publicized. I think there was like one little article and then it was gone all of a sudden, which makes me think, yet there were like so many stories about Meghan. So many.
I'm really curious what's going to happen to Prince Philip. Is he dead? Are they going to kill him?
He's dead. I think he's already dead.
They said they will do open heart surgery. Who does that on 99-year-old human? Like,
why did they? But first and foremost, I thought he went in hospital with an infection. How did that end up being an open heart surgery?
And what infection? COVID? He was vaccinated, so that's.
Yep. So yeah.
So is he still in the hospital or no?
Girl, I don't know. Apparently he's in the hospital. 1 minute he's in the hospital, 1 minute he's not in the hospital. People are going to be like, oh, Meghan shouldn't have done this interview because of the impact it's had on Prince Philip.
And they will probably say that Prince Philip died because of Meghan.
Why? How? How is she to know that he was going to die? What is she? She's not a god.
I'm going to go to BBC. Let's see what BBC is saying.
Oh, that would be great. Basil.
No. BBC. Live reaction after Harry and Meghan's devastating Oprah interview.
Are they going to do it?
Huh?
What are they going to do?
Meghan didn't want to be alive anymore. 12 points from Harry and Meghan's Oprah interview. And underneath is George Floyd article.
Oh.
Discussions about how dark Meghan's baby might be. Kate made Meghan cry. 3, Meghan said she was on the verge of suicide but was refused help. Meghan spoke to one of Diana's friends. 5, Harry feels let down by Charles. 6, but the couple's relationship with the Queen is good. That's not, I don't believe this, but whatever. 7, Carrie cut out financially. 8, the truth behind a photograph. 9, Meghan didn't do any research on the royal family. 10, girl, I would be researching for years.
But you have to remember that she has been a celebrity for as
Yeah,
long
she
as
didn't
ever.
care.
Yeah, so she was just thinking, okay, well, like I like what she said, that she said, all I needed to know is I needed to ask him.
There are no comments, unfortunately. Maybe that's good.
This is crazy.
ITV paid $2 million for this. ITV.co.uk.
Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh, wait. I don't know if you guys look at this ever.
Who's that? Meghan?
Yeah, the people's queen.
Wow.
People are like the people's queen.
So people are on Meghan's side in majority or royal family side?
Oh, I think a lot of people are starting to be on Meghan's side, and people have even been commenting saying that people don't care if you comment that you don't like or don't believe Meghan's story, but your friends who have suicidal thoughts will see that.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my God.
And I was like, oh, yep. I just think it's crazy.
Mati on Meghan's side. I'm on Meghan's side.
I'm on Meghan's side.
And I wish them all the best. And I'm not saying that, we should. What do you think about the whole monarchy at the moment?
I think that we have failed to modernize. We have failed. We should be taking steps from Sweden's monarch or from the German monarch or even Monaco, opening up our doors to the younger people and really getting the public involved and doing things. And I think why Monaco is so successful is because they do things for the municipal, because they're municipal, aren't they? As well as for its people, and they protect their people and their rights very well. Whereas the UK, I feel like we pay all this taxes and pay all of these money for what?
For nothing. For what? Nothing.
What? So Prince Harry cannot have money? I am surprised that Prince Harry talked about money first and foremost.
Yeah, he was very honest.
He said, I'm broke. Yeah. I'm broke. I'm broke.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So yeah, those are my thoughts.
But for me, the most shocking part was when they said that the baby won't be prince, that they're taking all the titles for no reason, no even one explanation.
They're going to have to explain now.
Do you think so?
Yeah, they're going to have to explain. They're going to have to explain. And I suspect, because I think what they did is they did not attack the queen and they did not attack the royal family per se.
They were very nicely about them. Very nice.
Yeah. They talked more about the dislike for the firm.
Yes, the institution, and we still don't know who they are. Unless it's the same person. Maybe it's them, but they can't officially say it.
I don't know, man. I don't know, because I want to know who is the firm. Show me.
Oh, come on, Queen is the only firm. Even
the firm is a whole
Philip has nothing to say. Philip has nothing to say. Only Queen has something to say.
I think the firm is a bunch of old, grey, dusty
politicians.
White men.
No. Yeah. Politicians?
Yeah.
Boris? Do you think it was Boris who said, let's cut their money off? No.
I don't know. But what Boris needs to... Boris has got biggest case on his hands right now.
But, even during the crown, there was nobody ever mentioned the institution. No one ever mentioned anyone other than...
Because the institution are the people in the background who say, oh, Your Majesty, you need to... Could you sign here? Oh, Your Majesty. Those are the silent figures behind the shadows.
Oh, they are.
Who know the protocol. And you know what? This is what you call a royal breakup.
Yeah.
Because now what they've done is they've officially, how are they going to return?
No, they are not going to return.
How are they going to return? I think prior to this interview, they could have returned.
What's going to happen if Harry and Meghan will split? What's going to happen to Harry?
I don't think they'll split.
If they would divorce. You never know what's going to happen.
I don't think they will divorce. You know why I don't think they will divorce? Harry said he'd been struggling for years and never realized that he needed to struggle until Meghan came along. And
That's so nice of him.
He needs to see I think she recommended that he starts seeing therapy. He starts going to therapy. And I think he's so grateful for her, and he feels like she rescued him.
Yeah. And she said that she feels that he rescued her. That's so nice of them.
Yeah, and I feel like when you feel like that about someone, it's very, and now they've got this idea that it's them against the world. So I don't think that divorce for them is an option, because they've got this, it's us against the world.
But you never know what's going to happen in 10 years. Who's going to be the king? Do you think William will be the king? Therefore.
I think it's very interesting the fact that they are not giving Prince Harry's kids titles. But what if, God forbid, William and his family are on a plane and the plane explodes? The whole family dies.
Yeah, and then problem solved. No more monarchy.
Well, then Prince Harry needs to step in, but
no, he can't. But Matt said, I don't know if he read it somewhere or it was.
Yeah, he can. He's the 6th in line.
No, but what he's trying to say, or someone was trying to say, that there is a possibility when Queen Elizabeth will die, it will be the end. Is it not up to people? Us?
No, it's the bloodline. Yeah, no. So in line, so if Queen Elizabeth dies, the next person in line to be king is Prince Charles, and he is dying for it. So right now that's the throne. So the throne is Charles.
Yeah. Oh, I really don't want Charles to be a king, you know?
Nobody does.
I don't think they will let this happen. No. Do you think Charles will be able to be a king? I don't think he would be able to be a king.
Okay, hold on. It says, the royal succession. So the Prince Charles, Prince William, Prince George, Prince Henry. Who's Prince Henry? Oh, that's Prince Harry.
Oh,
Prince Harry is number 4.
Oh, that's not bad.
Prince Harry is number 4. And then
William.
Prince Andrew.
Are you kidding me? Prince Andrew. So overall, we are Team Meghan and Harry. We are very interested. What's, guys, your opinion about this topic? And maybe we should have this Zoom or podcast like every month or once every few weeks to discuss some things, not necessarily royal family, but life.
I'm open. You know me. Just let me know whenever.
That would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah. When are you going to post this?
Tomorrow.
Tell us your thoughts. We look forward to hearing your thoughts. Drama. Bye, Basil. Basil. Bye. He don't even know. Basil, look over here. Eye contact. Basil. Yeah, you see me? It's me. It's me, Auntie. Yes. Bye.
I'll speak to you soon. Bye.
See you soon. Bye.
End the meeting for all.